FlossTube. My name is Sarah. I'm from Memphis, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Welcome, welcome. I am so glad to see you all. Today is Wednesday, July the 5th, and this is FlossTube number 27 for me. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a big episode, okay? Because I have FFOs, I have finishes, I have so many plans to talk about. I have stitching to show. I have Christmas in July. I've got stitch along stuff. I have some haul. I mean, and I just have, I have so many plans because this weekend I was supposed to have gone with my husband and the dogs up to my mom's house in Wisconsin. We had a great little trip planned. We were going to stop by Color and Cotton along the way, do all the fun stuff, visit a quilt shop up there, but unfortunately we had some illness in our family and we had a rough, stressful weekend, and we just made the decision that it was best to stay home. Everybody's okay. Everybody is at home and feeling better. It was just not a good weekend. So needless to say, I spent a lot of time stitching, a lot of quiet time planning, yes, for things for the rest of the year. So let's just hop right into my FFOs. I got two things back from the framer. I am very excited to show these to you all again, all fully finished. FFO means fully finished object for everybody that doesn't understand what that means. There's a lot of acronyms in cross stitch, so just bear with me. I'll try to remember to explain them every time. Sometimes I do better at that than others. My first fully finished object is this. It came back from the framers. I love it so much. Let's have a quick talk. The lighting is probably trash right now. I'm going to put a picture in here of what happened while I was taking notes so I didn't miss anything for this floss tube. My sweet boy Colt decided he would chew right through the wire for my ring light. And like, I'm mad, but not mad, because basically I cannot stand this ring light. It's not the light that's a problem. It's the way it it's such a pain to try to get my camera in there, and it really just shouldn't be that hard. So I have something else just kind of, I've got my desk lamp kind of like pulled to the side, shining bright in my face so that you can actually see this floss tube. So the lighting is weird. It's weird for me. I'm sure it's weird for you. I just want to make sure that the stitching shows okay. So just bear with me, and I'll go on and place that order on Amazon as soon as we wrap this up. So back to this. This is my finish. This is the swans. This is a chart by Carriage. Oh my goodness. House Samplings. I want to say Carriage House Samplings, but it's Cottage Garden Samplings. Hello, by Vinnie P.S. Tan. All right, so this is her series. She did a series last year of the woods, and this is one of those in the series. This is the swans. I stitched this on, I believe it's a 32 count Winter Blue by Be Stitch Me. I used all the called for floss, including some, I think it was mostly fancy floss. I love it. The frame that I picked out I liked because it's kind of rough. It looks like bark right here, but it still had kind of like this coppery to pull out these pine cones. It's very sweet. Yep, I love it. I'm glad I got it stitched. So there we are, the swans. My next piece I got back from the framers was a wedding sampler that I stitched for my daughter and son-in-law. I do have a Post-it note over their names and their wedding date just because, you know, this is the interwebs here. I stitched this on a, here we go. It's called Cottonwood Wedding Sampler. And is that upside down? No, okay. I stitched this on a vintage smoky white. I think it's a 32 count. I'm going to get right in there so you can see all the pretty colors of the stitching. Those are basically the colors of the flowers in my daughter's wedding, so that's why she picked this one out. The pattern came from it was a PDF pattern online, Stitches Lovers Shop, and I just picked a pretty simple frame that just kind of coordinated with my daughter's home decor. So yeah, that's going to be going to live at their house. I am glad. The holdup on that one was the font, which I didn't love, but I made some modifications and it turned out great. But I think it turned out really pretty. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to giving that to them soon. All right, those were my two FFOs that I have in hand with me. I did do another FFO. I am part of a group that Stacie stitches, Stacie's Creative Studio. She has an online shop. She holds kind of like a swap, a seasonal swap. And so I participated this time, and it was super fun, and it was my first time doing it, and I got Stacie's name. And so I stitched this cute little stitch, and then I procrastinated until the 11th hour, and I decided to do my first flat fold. Okay. I watched 2 tutorials to do the flat fold. I watched Pfeiffer's flat fold tutorial and the Fat Quarter Shop flat fold tutorial. When I do my description box, I will link both of their channels down below in the description box. However, I did know that I was not going to actually have the piece to show you all when it came time to film this floss tube. So I went on and took a little video, which I'm going to insert here in just a second. That's just going to go over the process and just show off the piece a little bit. I do have a few corrections that I just watched that thing back. Sort of a hot mess. One thing is I call the type of fabric that I used Murano. It's Monaco. I don't know why I did that. The second, I talk about where I sourced the batik fabric and the cording from, and I say Michaels, and I did not get it at Michaels. I got it at Joann's. And then I give credit for fabric and floss and beads that I used, but I did not credit my friend Leanne of Forbidden Fiber Co. I used her floss to stitch the green in the leaves and some of the orange in the flowers. I think it was Bayberry and Foxy were those colors. They're both beautiful. So I think those were all of the goof ups that I noticed. So I'm going to go on and insert that video right here. Hey y'all, this is Sarah, Memphis.Sarah.E. I just wanted to show my very first attempt at a flat fold. So I was making this for a smalls exchange, and this is going to Stacie Stitches. I stitched this chart, Flipping Fabulous, part of the Summer Vibes charts by Waxing Moon Designs. I did my own conversion on this one. I stitched it from stash, so I used fabric. It is a Murano, 28 count Murano, dyed by my friend Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, and it's not showing up really good here, but it is a beautiful aqua blue. And then I just pulled some floss that I had in stash, a bunch of like fancy floss. You see how these flip-flops, that's in just one color of the pink. I think that must have come from a Black Needle Society box, the Pirate box, I believe. I bought a bunch of floss from somebody destashing. I think it's like Mystical Diamond Arts or something like that. And this one was called Captain Hook. And I just added some Mill Hill beads around the flowers just to be a little extra. And I think actually the purple was a Mystical Diamond Arts too. I think it all might be. I just used like B5200 for the white, and I can't remember what I used for the green. But anyway, so this is my first attempt at a flat fold. I think it turned out pretty well. I bought like some fat quarters from Michaels and like a coordinating fabric or whatever to do for the back, and some little cording. I used 2 tutorials to try to figure out how to do this. It's not perfect, of course, but I used Pfeiffer. She has a flat fold tutorial that I watched several times, and then I also used the Fat Quarter Shop's flat fold tutorial and watched that one several times. And then I just kind of did a combination of the two and used different materials. I did use matte board and some Aleene's craft glue and all that good stuff. But yeah, and then I made a little charm to go off the edge of it that just says, the charm, I don't know, maybe it's not going to focus in on that. It says just for you on it. Yeah, so I'm going to get that in the mail to Stacie. I'm happy with it. I think it's cute, right? Yay. Yeah, very cute. Very cute. And it's yay, staying together. So just wanted to show you all that because I will not have a chance to show you this in person. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video that just kind of went over my FFO with the flat fold. I want you to realize that I can do this, y'all can do this, okay? I was stressing about it and procrastinating about it because I wasn't sure I was going to FFO it. FFO is not normally my forte, but I figured it out. You can figure it out too. It's not that difficult. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun to have a finished product. Let's put it like that. All right. So those were my FFOs since the last time that I have seen you. Before I get into my next finishes, I think because this kind of just goes along with what I was talking about, I would like to share with you what I received from my summer swap. It was so fun. What you do is basically like, it was a summer theme, and Stacie has a little sheet that you fill out and it talks about your preferences. Like, did you want something summer, patriotic, Stitcher's choice? Do you prefer the beach or the mountains? What are your favorite treats? Because everybody likes to make a whole little package up. They send their small and they send a whole bunch of goodies. So Whitney got my name, and Whitney is a member of the FlossTube called the 3 Trail Stitchers. And I got the, you know, it's just kind of how the summer's going. I'm just having a watermelon summer because look at this super cute watermelon bag. Isn't that amazing? You know, this is like my watermelon FFO. So I got some, she gave me some treats. I got some watermelon Sour Patch Kids. I have gotten into those. She did all watermelon themes. So I got a watermelon dish towel, sweet summery card, a little, like a watermelon in that cute little bowl. Yeah, it just says bowl. I was wondering if it would say like exactly what it was intended for on it. I got a really cute cup. You're wanting a melon, and some watermelon lotion. I love these scissors. They do ask some of your favorite designers, and so Summer House Stitchworks is one of my favorite designers. So Whitney sent me a chart with the floss, and I've got it all in this bag because I had intended to film this FlossTube at my mom's this past weekend. I always use a pair of flip-flops, right? So cute. And then last but certainly not least is this adorable, oh, I got a little thread on here, finish. Isn't that cute? I'm so excited. I don't have a whole lot of summer stuff stitched, so I was happy to put this, sorry, words, they're hard today. I'm happy to add this to my summer decor. Yes. So thank you, Whitney, you're awesome. And Stacie for hosting. While I'm at it, I'm just gonna go over the rest of my Stitchy Kindness Happy Mailish stuff since I'm right here, okay? So my other thing I wanted to show, just in case you didn't watch my StitchCon recap, is the beautiful, I participated in the Smalls exchange at StitchCon, and I received this beautiful ornament from a stitcher named Helen. Isn't it gorgeous? And she put StitchCon 2023 on the back. I love it so much. Yeah. And last but certainly not least, I came home from StitchCon to this like fabulous package from another member of the 3 Trail Stitchers crew. Sorry, let me try to, I don't want to mess that stitch up. Put some of this stuff up or I'm not going to be able to function the rest of this floss tubing because I have so much stuff to show y'all. It's out of control. Out of control. Okay. Oh, should have been using that today. All right, so like I said, when I came home to this fabulous box from my friend Carrie of the 3 Trail Stitchers. And sometimes we just send each other happy stuff, right? So let me just show you. I got a really sweet card, and I got my favorite kind of candy, hot tamales. And I love hot tamales. I love peach stuff. Some more little candy. I got a super cute needle minder. Y'all know I'm loving the Disney, and Carrie does too, and we are working on some exciting plans. And a little actually a floss that I really needed for one of my Nora Corbett charts, so that's kind of funny. It's called Raw and Real. She also sent me a couple of gorgeous pieces of fabric. Isn't that pretty? That's a Be Stitch Me. And so is this one. Ooh, yeah. It's good. And last but not least, she stitched this for me, and I'm so, isn't that sweet? Oh, I wish you lived next door. I share that same sentiment. I wish I lived next door to Carrie too. Isn't this beautiful? Her mom finished it in a sweet, sweet pillow. I love this so much. So that was like a wonderful, wonderful surprise to come home to. Because I think, I mean, I haven't talked to y'all about it. I mean, I did talk to y'all about it if you watched my StitchCon recap, but having something that was made for you by another stitcher is so special because you just know. You know how much thought and care and prep and all of the above go into it. And it just means so much. And I'm going to try not to ruin anything and just dump this back into this bag that I've got going here. Yeah, so thank you, Carrie, and thank you, Whitney, and thank you, Helen, for participating in the Smalls Exchange, and thanks, Stacie, for hosting. Oh, well, let me show you one more thing. Well, I got a couple more things. My aunt, after we were chatting on the phone, and she sent me some thimbles that belonged to my great-grandmother that she had, and isn't that cool? Wow. So, like, I must have, like, fat thumbs. That one sort of fits, but I mean, I guess people use them on their fingers too, huh? Because those are little. Yeah, very cool though, right? I'm excited to have these. Super excited. Okay, let's see. What's next? Finishes, FFOs, plans. I've been planning and oh my gosh, I don't know. Yesterday, I had the hardest time. I tried to make an order from Joann's twice. I had so much stuff in my cart. I needed some stuff. I had so much stuff in my cart, and my thing, it just freeze and blanked out and deleted everything out of my cart twice. And I was trying to take advantage of the sale yesterday, especially on some beads, and it just didn't happen. And I guess they didn't want my money. I don't know what the problem was. Like, why would it just delete every single thing out of my cart twice? Very weird. All right, we're gonna keep going on some finishes. Sorry about that. These have not been fully finished yet. They have just finished the stitching portion of them. I finished this one right when I got home, pretty much from StitchCon. This is Hannah's Pomegranate by Needlework Press. I love it. I got that chart. It was a market release, and I stitched it with the called for Bellswa silks. There were 2 new Bellswas released at market this year. I think it was Sonoran Sunset and Finnegan's Green. Both of those are used in this chart. I did start this at StitchCon. I just didn't get it finished. I stitched it on a 32 count, sorry, Woodland by Forbidden Fiber Co. I think it's gorgeous. I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish this one yet, but I love it. My next finished was an oldie but a goodie. I started this one exactly a year ago today in 2021. This is a Summer Jubilee by Blackbird Designs. Oh my goodness. Look at this, a beauty. I stitched this on a 32 count Twilight Blue by Witchelt. It was not easy to stitch on. I don't know if I can get in close enough where I can show you all just the pure, let me find a spot, wonkiness of this linen. It just has a lot of variation. I don't mind the way it looks. I like the way it looks, but stitching on it was not simple. It has a lot of thin and thick areas as far as where the threads cross at. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you this, especially without having my good ring light up there. But anyway, isn't it a beauty? I stitched this using the called for Fancy Floss. I'm only changes that I made to this one where I changed the year and I changed the initials. Some pretty additions to this. That's not very good. Oh gosh, I'm missing my ring light. This butterfly Has some really pretty Algerian eyelet stitches in it on the wings. And where are my flowers at? Let me find them. See those pretty purple flowers? And then I've got a few satin stitches in here. But yeah, oh my gosh, this one, I have been stitching or thinking about getting this finished for a long time. This was my first piece that I ever stitched an alphabet on. This is my first alphabet. I love it so much, so much. I love the color flax that is used in the flag for the white, how it's like that dirty, yeah, oh. It's also used on the letters and the numbers, and I think they just kind of gives them a glowing effect. I really liked stitching this, except for the fabric. I did not love the fabric, but wow. I'm not really sure how I'm going to finish this. I feel like I'll probably frame this one, get this one framed. Yes, so that is Summer Jubilee by Blackbird Designs. My next finish is a Christmas in July finish, because it's July when I'm coming to y'all. And Christmas in July plans I will be going over with in depth with you, but this is another oldie but a goodie. This one might have been started in 2020. This is Elf Biscorn U by the Tiny Modernist. So you can see it's in two parts because I haven't cut it yet or attempted to FFO it yet. Look at the little elf there. He's cute. He does have some back stitching. And then that is the back side of the Biscorn U. So I did get that finished in the last few days. I'm happy to have this finished. This one's kind of been like jiggling in the back of my head because really all I had left to do was I had, I think, 2 elves to back stitch and then the back portion to do, which this took longer than I thought it was going to be honest, but still. It's stitched on my 14 count white Aida. But yeah, this is Elf Biscorn U by Tiny Modernist. The Tiny Modernist has tons of Biscorn U patterns. I actually own a few more of those. And they looks like I've watched now. They have a tutorial on their website that you can go to about how to finish these. A Biscorn U is basically like a kind of a fancy, fluffier, fatter pincushion, for lack of better terms. I did go online on Etsy over the weekend and I ordered a bag of buttons with some like Christmassy looking buttons in it. So I'm going to see if I like one because you put a button in the middle. So I'm going to see how those turn out. They weren't expensive, so if they don't work, I'm sure I'll use them for something else. And then I actually have another Christmas in July finish that I finished over the weekend. This one is Merry and Minty by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. She released this chart as a freebie stitch along in December of 2020. I was stitching for about 6 months at this point. And of course I hopped right in and bought all the fancy floss and all the stuff. And this was my first attempt on a 36 count linen. And at that time, of course it was a little more difficult to stitch on. And so I didn't get right back to it. I didn't realize that's what the problem was. So I kind of been avoiding it for a little while. And then I got back on it and I'm like, this is fine. What's the problem? What I do really like about this is that she called for some French knots to represent the popcorn and the cranberries that Santa's stringing on the tree here, which we used to do that when I was kids. So that was kind of fun to stitch that. Sorry, I keep dumping it. I love that he's standing on that reindeer's back, and it's kind of hard to see, but that reindeer, he has the sweetest little eye looking up. Like, it's the sweetest little face. One thing I really liked about this is that in some areas she called for you to use either 1 strand of floss or 2 strands of floss. So like the white is 2 strands of floss. So you'll see the white and the snowflakes in the border, on the hem of his suit, in the candy canes. And I love it on this little star at the top. It's a big poof. And then you've got some straight stitches going over top of it. It really just added a lot of dimension, a lot of depth to this. I was a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, when I was stitching this chart, I was a little bit like grr when I was doing this, this poinsettia border down here, because, oh, this is so annoying. Okay, so we've got these holly berries. little branches, right? And then we've got this other little clump that's one color. And then we've got this little one stitch under here. It's another color. And I'm like, what am I doing this for? I mean, it's all green, but it's not. And so these are like little Christmas trees. And so it makes a difference once I got it done and I was looking at it. But when I was changing it out, I was like, just complaining. The final effect is gorgeous. I'm not sure how I'm going to FFO this one either, but I love it and I'm glad I finished it. I don't know how or where, if it's still available at all. When she had originally released this, she released each piece. I think it was on her Instagram, or it might have been website. I don't know, but isn't it sweet? I love it. I love how that little stocking hat's just like, it's very cute. All right, I think that was all of my finishes. Woohoo! Yay! Exciting. Yeah, so those were all my finishes, my FFOs, my Happy Mail. That's not all my Happy Mail. I have one more Happy Mail thing, another Stitchy kindness to show y'all. This is unbelievable. So, there is a bag maker. Her name is Jen, but on Instagram, her name is Jasmine's Custom Bags. I'm going to put all this information in the description box below. She makes really great project bags. She makes custom order project bags too. I actually have custom ordered for her before for a special bag from our Dark Queen of the Earth. But she also makes these amazing tote bags. And several of my friends have them. Colleen from Rebel Stitcher and Bobby, Pumpkin Creek Primitive. In fact, I think at StitchCon 2022, they all got together and took a picture with their cool tote bags. I was not in the club, but I'm happy to say I am now in the club because a few months ago, Jen had this post on her Instagram about wanting to gift someone one of her totes. And, you know, she wanted to hear what you were going to put in the tote. And so I just hopped on there and made a comment because why not throw my hat in the ring for this, right? And I made the comment that I work a lot of 14-hour shifts every week. So basically when I go to work, I can't leave and I take everything but the kitchen sink with me to work. And I mean, I'm talking from like food to drinks to stitchy stuff to projects to stuff I've got to get put in the mail, meds, whatever, you know, it's all going with me because basically I'm there from 6:30 in the morning until 9:30 at night, basically. So anyway, she thought that was funny and I won the bag. So the way that works is Jen lets you go on to Spoonflower and pick some fabric that you like. When you pick the fabric, she gets with you and shows you all of the different vinyl, etc., and you just collaborate and she comes up with this gorgeous bag. And so right when I got home from StitchCon, a little bit, I had this show up in the mail. Can you believe this bag? This is amazing. Okay, I picked out several options of this fabric. This fabric is representative of, it's a small world from Disney World, okay? So I was like, I like 3 or 4 of these different ones. You just pick whichever you think is gonna make the best bag. So she picked this, and then we talked about vinyl, and blue is my favorite color. So we've got blue. I want to show you all the hardware on this bag, okay? Gosh, I hope this comes up. This is like all iridescent, okay? Oh, here's her, Jasmine's Custom Bags. The little feet, they're iridescent. Let me just show you this. The zipper is iridescent and it has a Mickey head on it. Gosh, are y'all gonna get that? Can you see this rainbow zipper we've got going on here? It's so good. Look at this, look at this. Look at this little, oh my gosh. I love it so much, Jen. Jen is amazing. She did put up a thing the other day saying she wasn't taking any custom orders until after October 31st. But y'all, do not sleep on this, okay? Like, look at this bag on the inside. What? It's got a, oh, yeah. Look, there's another one of those zippers, right? Big pocket. Look at these pockets. She's got like more. I am so set. I love this bag so much. Thank you, Jen. This is amazing. Amazing, amazing. What a beautiful, beautiful gift, y'all. It's so good. It's so good. So I just feel very, very spoiled this month. It's amazing. So Jasmine's Custom Bags, love it so much. She's been trying to work down her stash. And so she's been making a lot of project bags lately. And if you just like hit the bell for notifications on her Instagram account, it'll tell you when she posts something. You hop on there, mine, me please, whatever. And yeah, you could possibly win it. Not win it, but win it and then purchase it. That's the way it's working right now. I'm sure when things settle down a little bit for her, she'll be opening her custom orders app again. And so great, so great. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about some whips. Sort of. Yeah, let me just go over my whips. So we're going to go over whips. We're going to go over Christmas in July. We're going to go over stitch along plans. And then I've got some haul. I'm going to try to keep on moving just as quickly as I can, because there's just so much goodness. Okay. So I was able to get in one Zoom this past month, which is not that great. I mean, I'm glad I got that Zoom in, but I usually do a better job than that. But I'm trying to tell myself it's summertime and we all have crazy schedules and, So I worked some more on Carriage House Samplings, Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. I'm stitching this one with my friend Leanne Stitches, and Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and Sam of Sammy Liz. Side note, Pumpkin Creek Primitives, I'm going to put a little thing up here and I'll put it at the end. They're having a sale this month, certain % off on specific designers. I'm going to put it up here. So go check her online store out when you get a chance and take advantage of the sale if you're looking for any charts from any of those designers. All right, so we stitched, I think it was a Friday night, and yes, this is where I am. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm working on block 6. That's the witch. Okay. I'm stitching this on 32 count Heather by Picture This Plus. I'm stitching it with the DMC conversion. When I went to StitchCon, I messaged Gary of GaRon Stitchery and asked him to please bring his stitch to StitchCon with him, because he is doing this same stitch, but he's doing it in silks. And I can tell when he shows his on FlossTube that there's a difference. And I wanted to see them in person because when I stitch my next Hawkrun Hollow, I may use silks. And so I will definitely post a picture up here of Gary and I at StitchCon with our pieces together so you can see the difference. I really appreciate Gary taking the time to come over and compare with me and talk about all the fun Hawkrun Hollow things. He was great. And yeah, so it was really good to see him at StitchCon and to show this stuff off. He also inspired me. His witch, he subbed out, I think it was a sort of a, he's using silks. He subbed something out for the hair of his witch to make it a little bit more variegated, and I had barely started the hair on my witch, and the hair color was very close to the hat. And so I took a page from his book and I went on and frogged the hair and replaced it with a skein with the color Chameleon by Forbidden Fiber Co. It is a one of a kind. I'm not sure if she has it in the store or not, but that is what I used on the hair. And so I worked on that night when we were Zooming, and then I just couldn't stop. So I finished the rest of my witch out and the pumpkin, and then I did a little bit more of this the following week. So it just turned into like a Zoom that didn't end for me because I wanted to keep working. So I still have a cauldron, bats, and another witch to finish on that middle block. I don't know if I'll work on it anymore this month or not. Probably not. I don't know. I say that and then it ends up going to work with me and getting some love. So yeah. That is my Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. Halloween at HRH Sal. Yeah, join us. Follow the hashtag. Do all the things. It was fun. And thanks again, Gary, for coming over and chatting Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow with me. I really, and Leanne, because Leanne had hers there too. So it was fun. Did she not have hers there? No, she did. She was working on the pumpkins. Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm about to drop all my whips. All right. Another one that I pulled out that I haven't worked on in about a year, well, not about a year, in a year, was this one's by it's called Strelitzia, the Bird of Paradise Mandala by Glendon Place. Beautiful, right? This is my little messy bunch of silks that I have been working with. There's some dinky dyes. They're gorgeous. And last time you saw this, last year, I'm stitching this on a 28 count piece of chime by Picture This Plus. That is the called for fabric. It's a beautiful, soft baby yellow. So when I finished with it last year, I stitched it on the summer solstice, and I had just finished this leaf. So I added this area this year. I put it away and I haven't gone back to it. I don't know if I'm going to work any more on it this summer or not. I kind of did have a goal to at least finish one flower, so I might pull that back out at some point and just finish that flower up. I am excited to use that kind of purpley color. I don't know what it's called. Let's see what it's called. It's a Dinky Dyes. Code, please. Jindabyne. Jindabyne. I don't know, is that like an Aboriginal word or something? Pretty. Yeah, love it. Love it. So that is where that one is. Like I said, don't know if I'm gonna work on it anymore or not this summer because I have been making some plans, y'all. Plans. All right. Oh gosh. Here's the next one I worked on. I am not giving this one the attention it desperately needs. This is my grandson Brooks's Christmas stocking. It's so hard. I need to stitch on it every single day. Just every single day, pull it out and do a little bit on it. It's from this book. It's Better Homes and Gardens. I believe these were all also released in like it was like a country, cross-stitch country, back in the day. Yeah, I don't even know what the copyright is on this book. I got this book from eBay. I was enabled this past Christmas after watching Brenda, oh my gosh, the Handwork Maniac. Yes, I was enabled. Copyright 1995 for this book, okay? So I was enabled. I went out and searched out and found the book. I am stitching this Toys and Games stocking for Brooks. Yeah. So I'm stitching it, I think it's a 25 count mushroom Lugana. This is where I am. I did put some stitches in it. I did work on this fish hanging and this and part of this little shelf. There's a lot of fractionals in here, y'all. There's a lot of color changes. There's a lot of all the things. There's a ton of back stitching. It's a big project. It lives in a big bag. Yeah, so anyway, I need to just leave this out so I can look at it every day and be like, just put 20 minutes into it so he's not 20 when his stocking is ready. Okay. Another thing I stitched on for Brooks this month, I don't know if you remember this, but last year I started my superhero summer Afghan. I'm using these free charts from Leanna Forbidden Fiber Co. She charted 12 of these for Market 2022, and she dyed floss. The charts were free with the floss purchase. This first one's Danvers, and that is a Captain Marvel. And look at that beautiful floss. That's the color Danvers. So I'm stitching this ginormous Afghan with, I can't even remember the size needle that I'm using on it. Big, right? See that huge needle I'm using? But here we go. So I really had only like half this star done. So I've gotten like half of a star and this done. So I want to go on and wrap this one up. Hopefully this month. If I could just get one done a month, you know, it'd only take me a year, right? Yeah, it does just stay all stuck up in this Q-snap while it's waiting on me to work on it because it's really pretty much a pain to deal with because it's so big and long and flopping everywhere. But fun project still. My friend Colleen, Rebel Stitcher, she was starting one of those too. I don't know if she's done any more of hers or not. Another whip that I put a little bit of time in the other Saturday was Tree Bear by Soda Stitch. There is a hashtag called Soda Stitch Saturday. My friend Bernadette of Burn Stitches, she started that hashtag probably about a year or so ago. I think they also just started another hashtag like Tree Bear Sal maybe because I think Jordan, the Tattooed Stitcher, and a few other people are stitching this now. So here's my Tree Bear. that's where I am. I'm stitching this tree bear on an 8. I think it might be a 16 count. And what I worked on was just more green of the Christmas tree. I just kind of did some cross-country color stuff and got some more stitches in. So yeah, I like to try to work on this one for a little bit on Saturdays at least. And it definitely fits in my Christmas in July theme. Now, this is going to be the whip that I just can't put down. Aren't those fun? Every so often it happens. There's a whip that you just cannot leave alone. Mine is a Mirabilia. She's called the Forest Goddess. She is MD 87. Her copyright is 2005. I am stitching her with my friend Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, and Lisa of Cross by Floss. We have some hashtags like Forest Goddess with friend Sal, I think, and Forest Goddess Sal. I have to look at my post. Lisa is using her this month for her hashtag Mira Monday focus. And I just can't leave her alone, okay? Because it's just, I love her. I'm stitching her on a 32 count Cecil by Seraphim Fabrics. She is stitched with all the called for DMC. All those spaces that you see, like in her hair and in her dress here, that's all either going to be beads or metallics. So actually, what I did for her is, one of the metallics for her is this DMC something or other. This thick gold stuff. I'm not a fan. I did vow after stitching something, I think it was Peter Pan, I was not going to use any more of this kind of stuff. So this week I went to my LNS and I picked out some petite treasure braid to replace that stuff with. So I'm happy with that sub, and I'm happy with my progress on her. I just can't leave her alone. I worked on some more of this yesterday afternoon. So all that I really have left, I have a little bit more of this part of her cape, basically, or cloak or drape or whatever of her dress. Oh, and it goes over here. Now, over all this up here, she's got a bunch of, like, they're supposed to be fireflies, so they're like beads and sparkly stuff. So I won't be doing any more of that stitching. So as soon as I finish this area here, I'm going to be doing the bottom half, which is, if you'll look and see, all this long skirt. So that's what I'll be moving on to when I finish this side over here. I love her. I love her so much. I mean, she might even be done in time to take to the Queen City Stitch Retreat in October. That's how much I'm loving her. Because I'm breaking my Christmas in July rules for her, because I just can't stay away. My last whip is a Christmas in July whip that I just pulled out the other day. This is Parson Brown by Not Forgotten Farm. I love Not Forgotten Farm. That designer is Lori Brecklin. I have lots of Not Forgotten Farm charts and intend to stitch them all. When you saw this, there was, I think, the only part I had done was In the Meadow We Can Build a Snowman and part of the border. So I have been working. That's why it's still in the Q-snap. I worked on that snowman yesterday. Isn't he adorable? Love it. I actually really liked him. I outlined him first. I actually really just liked him with the outline, and I contemplated just leaving him like with all this negative space because it just was giving a really good texture. But then I sort of looked at his shovel next to him and his hat, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna go out and fill him in. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if it's a combination of the Nerge not being super tight or the Jobelin itself. I'm not loving stitching on this Jobelin right now. It's very stretchy and it's very soft and smushy, and I think it's slowing my stitching down. But it looks good. It looks good, and I'm loving the way it's turning out. So hopefully I will be wrapping this one up in a few days. Which leads me into Christmas in July plans. So Christmas in July, Kissmas in July. Christmas is my favorite. Last year, I went through my Christmas collection with you all, and I did a big Christmas in July FlossTube. It's back in my videos from a year ago if you want to go check that out. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I'm not going to be doing that this year, even though I do have some pretty good Christmas kits on their way to me right now. But Christmas is my favorite. I really enjoy Christmas in July. My friend Diana of It Is Kismet Stitches, she has a birthday in December, but we celebrated in July with her Christmas in July celebration. Hashtag Christmas in July Sal. So what Diana's asking is if you will just use a hashtag if you're going to stitch Christmas in July and tag her in your post. That will enter you in a drawing. She's giving away a gorgeous handmade project bag and a prayer schooler chart. And I'll pop a picture of her post up right here just to make sure you guys can see it and find her. And if you all want to, not you guys, sorry y'all, if you all want to participate, then this is where you're going to go to participate and find out all the information, okay? Hashtag Christmas in July Sal. My plans are, I wanted to start something because it's Christmas. It's my favorite. I wanted to start something. I cannot find the chart that I wanted to start. It's been a bit of a drama for me because I really know where all my stuff is. And it was a chart that I was very excited to have, a chart that I got from eBay, so you know, it wasn't exactly cheap. I bought it about a year ago, and it was in one place, and I have torn this place apart looking for it, and I just feel like it must have gotten thrown away because it sat in my haul basket for months and months and months in a mailer, and I don't know, I guess I threw the mailer away. I don't know, it's just a leaflet. So anyway, I have a replacement on the way, so I can't start that. So I did chart up something else to start. My other plans were, I almost wasn't going to start something new because I went back and looked at my whips, and I had like 18 or 19 Christmas whips, I think. So, but I'm going to treat myself. I've been doing really good on Whip Warriors. I meant to write those stats down. I'll have to do that next time and tell you all how many finishes I've had. Basically everything that I've started brand new this year, I've finished except for one, and that's that big palace by Letty Stitch. So my ratio is good. My numbers are good. I'm about to mess all that up a little bit because I have some starts coming up. I really need to start and finish some ornaments for people. So, you know, I'm feeling the call to do some like gift stitching, and then I've got some smalls for retreats coming up, so I need to start working on those. And then I have a couple stitch alongs I'm starting, and then I'm starting with. So, yeah, I do have some starts coming up. My balance is going to be okay because I've finished enough things, but I still need to remember that I need to be working my whips down. So what I want to show you now is my bin of Christmas whips. And this is sitting by my Stitchy spot by the love seat. Just waiting on me to choose my next victim. They are not ironed because they are all in the bags right now. I'm sorry. If I would have ironed these, I probably wouldn't have gotten this made today because that's just kind of day that I'm having. But yeah, I'm going to show you my bin of Christmas goodies right now. And then hopefully when I come back to you in August, you'll be able to see what I got accomplished. Actually, my first one is a request. I'm working on kitting this one up. This is a request to the community that may be watching here. So I want to stitch Snow Angel by Lone Elm Lane. I actually have purchased a shaker box to finish this on. So I'm kitting this up just like it's called for. So I have all of my Gentle Arts floss pulled, which, have y'all seen the new Gentle Arts tags? Let me see if I can find one. They're nice. So this is one of the older tags with the chair on it. And then that's one of their new style tags. Yeah. So here's my rub and what I'm asking for. The called for linen is not attainable for me. So it was originally stitched on a 36 count Lakeside Linens Ale. So I'm going to stitch on something 36 count. I want something close to the color Ale. I can see what this color is. But to any of you who may have stitched on Ale in real life, what would your closest match be? What would you suggest? I would love to hear it. Love to hear it from someone who's seen it in real life. I was at my LNS and we were trying to talk about it and find it, and we couldn't find a good picture of it. And I just want something. I can't have ale, obviously, but I would like something close to ale. So I would love to hear from y'all. Okay, let me show you what I did cut up for my new start. This super cute Christmas bag by Tammy Blaylock. She's amazing, Tammy, creative country girl. She has a few of my pieces right now that she's going to be making into project bags for me. I'm excited to see them. I have kitted up. This one is called Christmas Cove by the Bay Needle Art. Look at that. There is a series of these. I have a lot of them. I think I have Christmas and winter and Halloween and something else. I don't know. But anyway, isn't that pretty? I love it. There's even an angel up there. I really just love this tree. This whole scene is just basically like a recurring theme, and then it's just modified to reflect the season that you're stitching. So I love it. I'm going to be stitching it on a piece of raw. I really like raw linen. And then I have it all kitted up. It is a mix of fancy floss and DMC. It's mostly DMC. I think there's only one fancy floss. And there are a couple beads. I got those. I'm guessing they're the holly berries on the tree. So yeah, I don't know what day I'm going to start this on, but soon. Because love it. Love it, love it. So that's in my Christmas bin. Next one's in my Christmas bin is in a So Much to Love bag. Let's see who this is. Oh, I'm gonna have to put a picture up. This is a Barbara Anna chart that I only have a copy of the chart. This is what I have done. This little house, working on it. I like this one too. This is on like a Stars Hollow blend. I think it's a 32 count. And it looks like it's all DMC. Yeah, it's cute. I like the tree. I like the tree on this one too, actually. So there's that one. I have been tackling these admittedly with the ones that are like closest to being done so I can actually get some finishes in. This one is in a beautiful GaRon Toten Bags Nutcracker bag. I love this bag. It is gorgeous. I probably will not touch this one because I am focused on the other stocking and I'm not even sure who I'm making this one for anymore. Like maybe me. It's a Dimensions Gold collection. This one's called Santa's Flight. I have the tiniest of stitches done on this one. Let's see. Make sure I'm doing it in the right direction. Got some of Santa's beard going on there. Yeah. This is a kit. Ada, 16 count gray Ada. It's gray, but it kind of has a blue cast to it. But anyway, yeah, and it's got its lovely, you know, dimensions floss here. I know some of you are looking at this and having a heart attack, but yeah, that's how it goes. Pretty, pretty. And I will get back to this someday. If I'm going to work on a stocking right now, I have no business working on any other stocking other than that one for Brooks. So this one is just in the bin because it belongs with no real hope of progress this year. Okay, what's next? This was my birthday start a couple years ago. This is the Christmas Village by the Victoria Sampler. I love this one. Yep. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm stitching this on the called for fabric, which is a 28 count smoky pearl. I only have a little bit of the over one wording done right from the middle of the chart. There we go. Yep. This one, actually the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa. They are wonderful if you need anything. They are a great resource and they are so nice and easy to work with. They helped me kit this up and I even got like the little thread packs. They're just full of silks and water lilies and Bearsois, Glorianas, everything in there. But it's nice to have them. Isn't this the cutest dot dot goose bag ever? I love this little thread bed. This is one of my faves. One of my faves. Look. So cute. Love my bags. I love my bags. Okay. So this is in the pile. If I ever just, you know, feel like I want to just whip out some overworn stitching and finish up this in the middle. I mean, that would be some progress this year. My next one is in another, oh, this is Lake House Stitch Co. bag by Gigi down in Florida. So cute. I love this fabric. Love it. All right, this is Sugar Cookies by the Cricket Collection. One of the ladies that I met at StitchCon this past summer, or just a few weeks ago, she just finished this while we were there. I love this chart. I am stitching this on like a fabric of the month for Dime for cross stitch. It's kind of like a mint color. Got the C and the O done. If you'll remember, I'm leaving some spaces like in the bell and up here where there's supposed to be some thread and in between these little crisscross areas because I'm going to bling this up when I'm done. I'm going to add Krynic or Petite Treasure braid. I'm going to add beads. I'm going to make it I'm just going to foo-foo it up. That's the game plan. I really enjoy stitching this one, so I would like to pull this one out this month if I can step away from the Forest Goddess. Oh, another beautiful GaRon Totem Bags bag. Look there. Oh, some kitty cat hair on that one. Sorry. All right, what's in this one? Oh, yeah. This is an Ink Circles Cocoa Time. My husband kitted me up this for my birthday. I'm using the called for fabric and fancy floss. This is where I am. Yeah, it's nice. So what do you think? I maybe a quarter done? Yeah. So pretty. I don't know what kind of, is it all fancy floss? Or is it a mix of, no, it's all fancy floss. Yep, fancy floss. Very cute. That's my first Ink Circles piece. I started that last year with the GaRon Designer Focus. Oh, whoop. Another beautiful GaRon Totem Bags bag. This, stained glass poinsettia, which I just want to say right now, I think it's this coming weekend. I don't even know why I'm sharing this because I'm doing this because this is a charity event too, but GaRon Totem Bags is having their monthly bag sale. For Ronnie's birthday every year, he does a bag sale and he donates the money from certain bags to St. Jude Children's Hospital and Shriners. And so those bags will be on sale this coming weekend. They're super cute. It's all the money goes to charity. They, they're very transparent with their donations. And then of course there's a bunch of other bags on there that I want. So they are in Central Time now. So you go to their website, and you'll be able to see, I think on Friday, they'll put up, it'll say sold out or whatever, but those will be the bags that are going to be up there. There's some good ones, y'all. I want some of them. I'll be fighting over them with you. All right, so this one is Housing Kringles by Little House Needleworks. I'm stitching this with my friend Leanne of Leanne Stitches. Yes, let's see where we are on Kringles. I do have a goal to get one floor of this finished in July, so I better get busy. I am stitching this on the called for. I think it's a 30 count Parisian gray by, I think it's Access Commodities. Looks like, maybe like this. Yeah, I need to figure that out before I start stitching, don't I? Because I had a whole little frogging incident with this one last year with counting those bricks, but I love it. This is one of those pieces that I say I started because one day I want my grandkids to be able to look at it and go shopping in the stores. I think maybe StitchCon Weekend B, someone had this stitched there because I thought I saw it on like a brag table video of it. I wish I would have seen that stitched. I haven't seen this one stitched in real life, and I would love to because I might have to wait for my own, huh? Okay, here's another one in a bag. One of my favorite bags, super shiny bags that I don't know who made it. Let's see. This is this is, I believe, an RETM. Yep, Snowy Christmas Quaker Style. Love this one. Hope Ari is feeling better. I know she had some health problems recently. This is stitched on a 28 count dwarf by Picture This Plus. There's where I am. It's a beauty. Yeah, that's very, very pretty. I'm using all the called for fancy floss. Look at this motif. Wow. Woo. I love that one. This is an old one. I might need to get on that. December 31st of 2020. Might need to get on that one. All right, here's another one. This is one of my experiments. Truly. This is Ye Old Noel by Heartstring Samplery. There's the cover. There we go. I say it's an experiment because Beth Twist, she talked about, she modeled it maybe after like an older sampler and talked about if you wanted to get that same feel, you know, do it on a smaller count fabric with some like thicker fibers like wool or something. So I found these in the clearance at my LNS. They're these Planet Earth silk fibers, and I did a conversion, and then my LNS ordered some 10 count Betsy Ross for me, and so I'm just playing. I'm just playing with it. So there's where I am on it. I like it. So you know, if this was a traditional needlepoint, obviously you'd be filling in everything around. I am not. I am treating it like a cross stitch, and I'm letting the fabric show. We'll see how it looks. I mean, it might look hideous. I don't know. So far, though, not bad. I like it. The colors are good. The colors are good. So it's fun. Little experiment. I'm doing it. I don't have enough material to do like a full cross, and I don't really need it because it's pretty thick. So I'm just doing like a 10th stitch. But yeah. I like it. I like it. So I need to put this in a bigger project bag because it is barely fitting into this little baby. This is another Dot Dot Goose bag. Look at that with the ladies in it. I love that. And yeah, this one needs to graduate to a bigger bag. For sure. All right. Oh, I love this one. This bag, I bought this from the Black Needle Society Vault. They have a website, so even if you don't order some of their boxes, I haven't really been ordering boxes for the last few years for last year or so from pretty much anybody. But they put, like, if they have anything left that was in their box that they didn't sell, they put it on the on the 1st of the month. So go check it out. But this is that's how I got this. Polar Express. I love this bag. It is a home to one of my favorites. This is Santa's Magic by Mirabilia. I love him so much. My sweet friend Alexis My Amazing World, she found this for me for retail price at her LNS out in Colorado when he was out of print and I couldn't find him and I was wanting him so badly. So I am stitching him on, let me find the tag. It is a Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, which, confession, I just ordered some fabric from them the other day for some mermaids. This one's called Hidden Treasure. It's 32 count. It's back from when I was in their fabric of the month. I love it. And I just have a small start. My friend Bernadetta Burn Stitches, she is knocking him out. She is rolling on him. Go check her progress out on her Instagram. Oh, wait, let me see. I think... I don't even know what direction this goes anymore, y'all. It's part of his sleeve. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get to touch this one or not this month, but it's sitting right there. Right there waiting in my little bucket, should I choose to. Just a few more left. Oh, this is one. This bag, I love this bag. This is Oh my gosh. Stitch in Peace. Beverly's bags. Love it. It is holding my Christmas Eve sampler by Joan Elliott. What a beauty. What a beauty. I am stitching this on, I think it's a 32 count antique white, which is like the best fabric. It was charted in like 310, well, black and then with gold Kreinik, and I didn't want to do the black, so I changed it to like a dark Christmas green. This is DMC 500. And I am using gold Kreinik when the time comes. That's how far I have done. I don't think that's all the way across. It might be. That might be as wide as it's going to be. I'm not sure. But yeah. Pretty, 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 pretty. This is a good one to stitch while I'm watching a movie that I kind of want to watch, just because I don't have to switch colors. You know, like I stitch some of them while I'm watching whatever, of course, that I don't have to be glued to. But I am a Marvel girl, but I am behind, right? So I was getting caught up the other night, and I just watched the newer Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever. I mean, if you're like me and you're so behind, I'm trying to catch up. I'm doing pretty good, but I knew it was gonna make me cry, so I was putting it off. I do that though, if I'm just not in the mood to cry, or I know something's gonna make me upset or sad or have the feelings that I just am not interested in feeling right then, I just put it off. So I've been putting it off because I knew it was gonna make me cry. And it did, but it was so good. Another GaRon toten bags. I am a member of the GaRon toten bags bag of the month. They are my faves. I love them. Okay, this one is the 12 Movie Nights of Christmas. I'm gonna have to put a picture of this up here. This is a stitch along by Atomic Tiki Pins. I think you can buy it all now. I barely have a start on it. I'm stitching this on this beautiful yet super dark and complicated piece of Mystic by Picture This Plus. Is one of my favorite colors. I was gonna see what count this is. Well, of course it's 36 count, so I have a little pitiful start of some greenness. Yeah, it's at least 200 stitches because it had to be to make it into my Whip Warriors. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to get any attention yet either. I also joined their, oh gosh, like 80s movie stitch along. And so I have all that. Someday I'll stitch that. I love 80s movies. So I couldn't resist it, even though I didn't start it this year because, you know, Whip Warriors and all. Another really cute bag by Tammy Blaylock, Creative Country Girl. I love this one. I got this one at StitchCon last year. That lace is so pretty. All right, what's in here? Oh, this is a stitch along, the Yo Ho 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 Sal that I started with my friend Sam of Sammy Liz and the Bougie Stitchers. This is a piece by Sue Hillis. I am stitching this on a piece of Forbidden Fiber Co. Toasted Coconut. I've got the tiniest start. I don't know what it is with me and the Santa beards, but it seems to be all I can manage. And I got some beard going on. Yeah, you know, this one's not super large, so, you know, I may be tempted to really make some progress on this one. You're welcome to join our stitch along. Always open. All right, this looks like it's going to be my last Christmas one in another gorgeous GaRon toten bags bag. What is this? Oh, I've been so neglecting this one. This is my Christmas Moose by Panna. He's supposed to be stitched on days of precipitation. I've had lots of precipitation and I haven't stitched on this guy. I am stitching him with my friends Jen and Nancy, of the Bougie Stitchers. We have stitched along hashtag Marty the Christmas Moose Sal. I think on their last FlossTube, one of them said they were going to be restarting him. But here he is. I love him so much. I mean, I know this is Hot Mess Express. He's fresh out the bag, y'all. I don't know why I have so many needle minders and threads hanging everywhere, but I do. I'm stitching him on a 32 count piece of Arctic Blast by Seraphim Fabrics. Oh yeah, he's handsome. Yep. I'm not too far on finishing this side, really. But still got a little more work to go. I love him. I need to give him some attention too, for sure. All right, that is all of my Christmas. So Christmas in July plans. Like I said, I'm just gonna pull these out of the bin, work on these when I want to. I do wanna start some Christmas ornaments that I'm gonna be stitching for people. So if I start those, you know, I probably won't be sharing them just because, it just depends on who they're for. Because some people, they won't watch this my FlossTube, and then some people might watch it, and then I don't want to ruin the surprise for them. So you may or may not see some of those until Christmas time. Okay, so I've got some more plans. Let me take a little drink, sorry. I've got some stitch alongs to start. I have a couple giveaways. Let's give away this. I got this magazine at StitchCon. Everybody did, and I already am a subscriber to Just Cross Stitch, so I already have this magazine. So I would like to give this away to someone who will, there's no need for me to have two, someone who wants it. So there are some good ones in here, some good summary stitches in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, this is the back page. What I like about Just Cross Stitch is, like, right near the back page, they show all the projects that are actually in the book, and this one is a popular one. Number 20. These ladies, they're like seasonal ladies that are being stitched. People like those. I mean, I've seen a couple people stitching them. So anyway, yeah. So it's full of projects. So if you are interested in me sending you this Just Cross Stitch magazine, just use the keyword summer and I'll get it in the mail to you next month. Instagram, sometimes I don't see my messages where I get requests from people, and I don't know why. Sometimes it lets just some people message me, and then some people it puts a hold on. But anyway, I do need to still put in the mail. I did hear back from the stitcher who won the scissors, and I'm so sorry. I'm going to get that in the mail over the weekend. And then I have not heard back from the stitcher that won this, the Fickle Stitches Stitchy Things little package. That was Bluegrass Stitcher. So we'll just give it another try around, and then if I don't hear back, I'll re-give that one out. So summer for that magazine. All right. And then I have another giveaway because this has to do with some upcoming plans. So starting August 1st, I'm going to be starting a piece, my first chart by the GaRon thread. It's called the Autumn Garden. In the South, we go back to school really early. So summer's over the beginning of August, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. So, which gives me an excuse to start this autumn piece because I'm sort of already feeling the pull. I'm going to be stitching this one. It's gorgeous. It's called the Autumn Garden. Try to get in real close so you can see it. I bought this from the GaRon thread, their website, and they kitted it up for me. I have all the called for floss, which is a mix of different kinds of silks, and 32 count dirty linen. So mine's all kitted up. Before I really knew that you could do this, I asked my LNS to order me a copy of the chart. I thought I could just kit it up. And then it sort of, you know, these are silks and they are not cheap, and it just seemed a better way to go for me to just order with the thread pack. Okay. However, I have this chart that I haven't stitched, and I would like to share it with someone. So I'm going to start stitching this on August 1st. And there is another hashtag called Autumn Garden from a different designer that came out within the last year or so. So I'm going to use the hashtag The Autumn Garden Sal. I may be the only person stitching this, but that's okay. You're welcome to join me when you want to, if you want to. If you don't even want to join the stitch along, but you know you want to stitch this someday and you want this chart, okay, go for it. We're going to use the word autumn if you want this chart autumn. Now, the little extra thing about this one is I am going to go on and draw this in the next 2 weeks. And so I will actually be choosing a winner before I come back to see you again, because I want to make sure I get a winner and get it in the mail in case they really did want to start it, you know, close to August 1st, my start date, in case they really did want to start it. So I want to just make sure that that's possible. So autumn, and I will choose a winner. And then when I come back in August, I'll let everybody know who won. And I'll be contacting that winner. I will make a comment on your comment that you won it somehow, right? Because I don't want to say you're one, or I'm going to ask you to contact me on Instagram, to direct message me. Remember the things about the giveaways. So you have to be over 18 so I can have your address. Please don't say giveaway or free or win or any of those sort of words in your comment, because then that attracts the trolls, and then they just get all of our Stitchy stuff and we don't get it to the right people. I also will not be replacing anything. Like if it just goes missing in the mail, there's going to be no monetary value assigned to it. It's just going to be gone, because I can't just buy a whole nother one and replace it and send it to you. So unfortunately, if the post office loses it, I'm sorry about that. I think those are all the things. 18, don't say anything to the trolls. It's not replaceable. Enjoy, right? Okay, so autumn. Because I'm excited to start this one August 1st. Let me show you a few more things that I'm going to be starting. Motor City Stitchers have started a stitch along called the Rebel Sampler Sal hashtag. Basically, they're encouraging everyone to stitch one of these gorgeous civil samplers by my friend Colleen of Rebel Stitcher. I am going to stitch the chart by Folding Chair by Shirley Anita Chisholm. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. So this is definitely like a friend stitch along to me, because my friend designed this gorgeous chart. And then my friend Justine of X's and Hoes, she model stitched this chart. And then my friend Leanne of Forbidden Fiber Co., I'm using her fabric. And my other friend Ymir of Almond MnMs, I'm going to be using some of her silks. So I love this stitch along. It's a very friendly stitch along to me. Makes me happy. So I'm going to actually be starting this in the next couple days. There is a Facebook group. You're welcome to go on and try to find, I think maybe just, I'll put it down here and see what the name of the Facebook is for you. Can search it if you'd like to join the stitch along. And you just post on Instagram too. And use the hashtag Rebel Sampler Sal. Excited to start that one. All right, another stitch along that I'm going to be starting as soon as I get all of my materials is this Praiseworthy Stitch Along. Praiseworthy Stitches Stitch Along. This is hosted by Pam of Just Keep Stitching. This past StitchCon marked the 30-year anniversary of her breast cancer diagnosis. And so she started this with all of us that wanted to start it with her. I wasn't able to stay and start it, but I did order this from Keepsakes and picked it up while I was there. I have been changing my mind about this one and going back and forth, because you can stitch different initials with different colors to represent different kinds of cancer. And then lavender is a color that represents all cancer. So I've ordered some fabric for it. And once I get the fabric, I'm going to decide. I think my main color are going to be 2 colors of lavender, a darker and a lighter. And then where it applies on certain initials, I will do that little pop of color to represent the kind of cancer for those people in my life. That's a great stitch along. Okay, September. September, I am going to be starting the Scary Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. I am starting this with my friend Justine of X's and Hoes, and her sister Jackie just started this yesterday for her birthday. And then my friend Fawn of Sanctum Stitching, she has started it, but she's going to start work on it with us. You are welcome to join us. This is a super cool sampler by Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery. And let's see here, because it is like she made this sampler where like it represents all sorts of like sort of like creepy sci-fi stuff. Like, well, let's see, what did she talk about right here? I'm just gonna show you. So like there's that sandworm from Beetlejuice in here somewhere. I can't see it because my light's so bad. right there. And what do we've got? Oh, the Death Star for Star Wars. And then these flying pterodon things for Jurassic Park. And then these little flowers are really like Demogorgon heads from Stranger Things. I mean, it goes on and on. Let's see, Wuthering Heights. The figure in the window is Kathy's ghost. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really, it's a cool sampler. So I have kitted it up with, Vicky Clayton silks. I bought this Vicky Clayton silk conversion pack from the GaRon Stitchery website. So I'm just waiting on my fabric to arrive. I ordered it over the weekend from Rebel Stitcher. She carries a lot of the Extra Designs fabrics. So hopefully one of the colors that I ordered will be perfect for this one. That's the game plan. I ordered 3 pieces of fabric, one for this one, one for this one, and one for the next one. So I'm hoping I luck out and everything is good to go. My next stitch, so join us for this. We're going to use Scary Sampler Sal. That's the hashtag we're going to use. It might have already been used, and so we might just be piggybacking off of somebody else if I remember correctly. But I didn't want to start, I mean, like, what else are we going to say, right? So we're just joining in on whoever else is already stitching this. But we're starting it September 1st. You're welcome to join us. The last one is I'm going to be stitching this Halloween sampler by Teresa Kogut. I love this one so much. Janelle from Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time, she's going to join us, and she has a friend who wants to start it too. And then Bobby at Pumpkin Creek Primitives, she's already started it. This is going to be our October 1st. I do not have a stitch along hashtag chosen for this one yet, but I imagine it's going to be something pretty simple so we can remember. I have also, I'm going to be using a Vicky Clayton silk conversion thread pack from the GaRon Stitchery site for that one. And I've ordered some fabric from Rebel Stitcher. I ordered for this one, I ordered a piece of, it's SGU Designs, so all that. I think it's called Early Halloween. Yeah. So I think it might be good for this one, really. I'm excited about that. You're welcome to join that as well. Hey y'all, I'm back for just a second. I'm gonna have to insert this in somewhere. I'm not really sure how this is coming out, but I've put all my stuff up. But I forgot, I was just watching Steel City Stitchers this morning, and they are starting a new stitch along, hashtag SCS Mermaid Sale. And here's the deal. I have tons of mermaids. I love mermaids, but they're mostly all the Mirabilia mermaids that are really large. I'm pretty sure this is the only one that I have semi-kitted up that is not huge, and I'm not really sure when I was going to start it, so I'm going to take advantage of their stitch along and go on and get it started. It's called the Mermaid of Salem Bay by the Primitive Hair. This is the called for fabric. It's called Pirates. In here I have the bead pack that goes with it, so really all I need to get are, looks like, I'm sure I have all that DMC. I might have some of that Gentle Arts, but if not, I will run by my LNS Stitchers Inc on Friday when I'm out running errands and pick this up so I can get started. But you're welcome to join. They say just stitch a mermaid, hashtag SCS or Mermaid Sal, and you will see me posting my progress on Instagram. So I know that's a lot of new starts for the Whip Warriors, girl, but I have been making progress. So I've earned it, right? Well, I mean, I literally have, but I don't want to obviously start as much as I've finished. Let's see, was there anything else? Haul? Yeah, let's go over a haul, and then I'll be out of here. Be done with y'all. Because I just have a mess going on here. Let's see. Let me see what I have for haul that I'm going to share. I have done some shopping. I picked this up at my LNS the other day. This is one of the new Mill Hill kits, Winter Holiday. Oh, let's talk about that for a minute. So, I know I've been promising y'all a kit parade, and I've been promising y'all a Mirabilia parade. They are coming. Actually, I spent time over the weekend, and I went through all my kits and saw what I have. I have a few really great kits on the way, so I don't want to film like today. Hopefully I can get a kit parade filmed this weekend. I'm going to show all of my kits. I'm going to show my Thomas Kincaid Disney kits, my Dimensions kits, my Riolis kits, Mill Hills, everything that comes prepackaged as a kit. I'm also going to show things that designers have kitted and sold that I'm gonna show, and I'm gonna show things that I have kitted myself. So it's a lot of kits. As far as the Mirabilia parade goes, in my Mirabilia parade, I want to show my finishes, my whips, my kitted, and my charts, the whole shebang, right? But I have dropped off 2 mirrors to be framed. It is Miss Christmas Eve and the Trick or Treat Fairy, which I'll put those up there. And so I do not want to film my mirror parade until my framing comes back. Probably won't be in July. I'm hoping I would get them in August. They are larger size, but it seems like it's taken me about 6 to 8 weeks to get stuff back. So fingers crossed, August, maybe early September. Definitely want to get it done before I head to Queen City Stitch Retreat in October though. So that's what the holdup is on the parades. They are coming. I am not planning at this time to do a mid-year whip parade. I just feel like I really want to, when I do my next whip parade for y'all, I really want to show like what I've worked on the whole year. So, and it's such a huge production just because, especially with the Whip Warriors, I know I'm gonna have to make another album again next year. So I'm really probably gonna be doing that in December. So back to kits. Winter Holiday. This is one of the new Mill Hill kits releases for this year. Baking Spirits Bright. I thought that was super cute. My LNS keeps these at the checkout and I cannot resist them, as you will see. I did get my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine in the mail. This is a great deal. If you haven't heard of this magazine, it is always chock full of great stitches and punch needle. It's about half and half. So if you don't do punch needle, you're still getting a great bang for your buck. The thing is, with the subscriptions, you can do a digital or a paper. If you do the paper subscription, you have access to every digital magazine ever that they've printed, and that is a lot of charts. If you do a digital one, I believe you have access to some but not all of the issues. A lot of people have been showing this. I'm not going to show you everything. The clear favorites seem to be, as usual, there is a great Barbara Anna chart called Summer Plant. Isn't that adorable? I love the strawberries in the bowl. Yeah, it's so good. The watermelon. It's cute. The fish over here. So that one's really good. There is another, I think it's a Manny Dudonna. Yeah, Memories from Nantucket. I like this one. The whale's cool because it's got this boat coming off of the blowhole of the whale and coming off the water. That one's cool. There's some great ones in there. So that's a good deal. Look that up. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I did get my order in from Forbidden Fiber Co. Leanne ran a pre-order this summer. She did a Neil Diamond collection to honor her dad and to bring awareness and to raise money for the Suicide Foundation of America. So we've got a little needle minder, suicide prevention reminder, and then this Forbidden Fiber Co. t-shirt. Says on the back, Forbidden Fiber Co. rocks. Yeah, so that's really nice. I'm not sure. I think she might still have some stuff up on the website for that. You're always welcome to go check. Forbidden Fiber Co. also has their Advent boxes on sale now, if there's any left. The themes this year are Christmas Carol, and she has a Star Wars one she's doing. Yep. I placed the orders this weekend from, or not the other weekend, not last weekend, from my friend Stacie at, I'm trying to flash you all my business here. Stacie C Creative, Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. Stacie is hosting a retreat in February. Beach Please. Looks very, very cool. A little close to some other stuff I have going on, so I'm not going to be able to attend, but I know it will be a wonderful time. Stacie recently put a lot of stuff on her clearance section of her website. So I did take advantage of some things. I actually went there looking for a specific pattern that she was sold out of. It is a watermelon pattern. I'll be showing you that in a minute. But she said she was going to be getting more. So I got some Lady Dot Creates Velveteen. I love getting this stuff to finish with. This one's Blossom, Bells of Ireland, Sea Glass. Got some charts I've been wanting of Praiseworthy Stitches of Ghosts and Bats, Biscorn U. So cute. Dilly Dally by Art to Heart. This one also came with the buttons. Another block, a hands-on design block party, Meow. I need to order these Meow pins, but it does come with this square felt. Another one of these Cotton Pixels 3D Acorn Mouse. Isn't that cute? So cute. Mojo Stitches, Falling Leaves, and Autumn Up North Quaker. Oh, this is my first chart by Mojo Stitches. I love it. So pretty. And I'm gonna this is published by Creative Poppy. Perrette Samulov, I don't know, Blue Tits Chickadees. I love that, and I'm sorry I butchered that name. Isn't that gorgeous? So that was a fun package to get in the mail. Stacie always sends a little thing with it with some stickers and some, I think she put in Jolly Ranchers this time because they did not, oh, sorry, I'm having a hard time getting this back in here. They didn't last very long. I ate them pretty much right away, I do believe, so. All right, so I was looking for this chart from Stacie. She's getting some more in, and I couldn't wait, so I found it someplace else. So here we are. It is called Watermelon Crawl by Counting Puddles. And y'all know, well, I'm having a watermelon summer, but I love a Quaker. Do you see this? Obsessed I am. Top Knot Stitcher had this chart. I Googled Watermelon Crawl, Counting Puddles, and Top Knot Stitcher's name came up. So that's where I went. I went over there to Abby, picked that up, and picked up a few things from her too. Some chenille from Lady Dot. I got Palm and Olive. And then I got a really cute pair of scissors. Squirrels on them. I love them. I think they're cute. I guess this is a better way. You can see them better like that. There you go. Aren't they cute? Yeah. So that's the first time I've ordered from Abby. I've met her several times at market and elsewhere. She's super sweet. So, yeah. I was glad to place an order with her. And, great service, just like all my other friends. So, that was good. Oh, let's see. I'm going to show you one more thing, a haul. I had a fabulous box of goodies come from GaRon totem bags. I think I've taken some of this out of here actually though and put it in with my kit stuff, so I don't have everything to show for my order. I will say this, you order from them, they are very efficient, they do a good job. You get your stuff very, very timely, very, very quickly. I couldn't believe how fast I got it. So here is my July bag of the month. It is the 5th, so I can show this. Isn't it wonderful? So nice. I also belong to Fabric of the Month through them by Fox and Rabbit. This is a 32 count linen kryptonite. I think that might be a special color just for the Fabric of the Month right now. I don't know if it's readily available elsewhere. Some of the, I think half the colors are, and then half the colors like their standard lines. I got a couple of grime guards. I was needing some more grime guards, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Look. This is a little Tula pink elephants on it. Yeah, my grime guards were looking kind of pitiful. Yep, and then, oh, this one matches. Look, look, look. The watermelon bag from last month. I love it, I love it. Now, I put these into Ziploc bags. GaRon does not send these like this. This is just what I've done to keep myself sane because I went through this weekend and I told you I did lots of planning and organizing this weekend. I went through all my Mira kits and I found ones that were completely kitted and then ones that I still needed stuff on, and I separated them all. And so I've got them very well organized right now. And so I ordered 2 kits with embellishment packs from them. I ordered the newest Mirabilia Blackbird. Here she is. She is MD 188. She is based on the character Kathy from Wuthering Heights. Yep, she's beautiful. And she had quite the embellishment pack to come with her, so I ordered all my embellishment pack from them. Pretty, pretty. And then I also had ordered an embellishment pack for Titania, Queen of the Fairies. I already put it with Titania. And Royal Holiday. And I already put it with Royal Holiday. My other one I got from them, it's one that I've been wanting for a while. It's Sleeping Princess. She is MD 123. Sorry, I wore my voice out. She is from 2012. And I guess she's just I think she's Princess in the P, but I don't see a P anywhere. So I guess I could just add one in there, huh? Anyway, and this is her embellishment pack. I kind of tore that up when I was pulling it out, so disregard that. But that's her embellishment pack. I really love on this one. I am so excited to stitch all this. That is exciting to stitch. This is going to be gorgeous. All right. I got a few more things. Let's see. I've been wanting this. I have someone I want to stitch this one for, and I've had a hard time kind of getting my hands on it. So this is a Plum Street Samplers. This I know. I have someone I want to stitch this for as a gift. So I was looking forward to going to Color and Cotton because this is stitched on Color and Cotton 36 count boardwalk. So I have to try to find something different to stitch that on, I guess, because I'm not going to make it to Color and Cotton now that we didn't go on our trip. And then, you know, I love Summer House Stitchworks. So I ordered the next two from a Fragments in Time Berlin Woolwork. This is number 3. Of course, it's a swan. You know I love swans. And number 4. The other thing that I ordered that I don't have to show is the second part of those Christmas ornaments, Christmas of the Past. The second chart to that came out, the one that's stitched on the perforated paper. I did order that, but I stuck it in with my part 1, so that's why I don't have it with me. Okay, wow. I think that's everything. Let me just take a look right here, make sure I said everything I wanted to say. So, look for me coming soon. Kit Parade. Whenever my Mirabilia framing comes back, then I'll do my Mirror Parade. I am working on Christmas in July. If you want to follow my progress along before my next one gets posted, just come follow me over here on Instagram, okay? I'm at Memphis.Sarah.E on Instagram. I post there a lot. I do a lot of updating. I post posts as well as I do stories. I save them in my highlight reel and I label them so you can go back and look at like all of my Christmas stuff if you want to, but I do post regularly there with updates. So if you want to see what I'm getting done on Christmas in July, come check that out there. If you know what ale looked like and you have a good recommendation for me, let me know about that. If you want to win the magazine, summer. If you want to win the Drawn Thread Autumn Garden chart, autumn. Stitch alongs coming up for me are going to be August 1st, Autumn Garden, September 1st, Scary Sampler, October 1st, that Teresa Kogut Halloween Sampler. I'm about to start the Rebel Sampler Sal, and the Praiseworthy Stitches one for Pam. Yeah, just busy stitching, enjoying myself. I do know I've got a ton of work coming up in August and September. One of my coworkers has a bunch of PTOs she needs to use up, so I'm going to be working a lot. That will probably cramp my stitching a good bit. Oh, also, I'm trying to figure out about these retreats that I have coming up in October. So the first week in October, I'm going to be going to the Queen City Stitch Retreat. That's hosted by Amy of Fiber Arts Amy. Maggie of Kitschy Whips, the designer from Mirabilia, Nora Corbett's going to be there. So many of my friends are going to be there. I'm super excited to see everyone and to stitch and to ooh and ah over all of the gorgeous mirrors that are there. I am beyond excited about that one. And then following closely on that, I've got the Stitch New England retreat I'm going to be attending. That is hosted by Pam of Stitch New England on her website. I think there might be a few spots left if you wanted to hop on that. That's going to be located, well, her shop is located in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. So it's right around that area right there. I am currently trying to figure out a game plan for that. I don't know if I'm just going to hop from Charlotte to Massachusetts. And I really want to go to Salem. I don't have any East Coast touristy stuff under my belt. The rest of the United States, I've been all over the place, but just not that East Coast. So I really want to go to Salem. It'll be October. So I'm trying to think of, investigating the things to do and where to stay and travel. I don't know if I'm going to be driving or if I'm going to fly and then take a train or rent a car. There's so many variables and options. So I'm trying to figure that out. And then at the end of October, I'm going to be attending my friend Colleen's first retreat. It is going to be sweater weather in Philadelphia. I've never been to Philadelphia either. And so I'm excited to see and do a bunch of stuff in Philadelphia. And a lot of my good friends are going to be going to that retreat as well. So yeah, so here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to decide like travel arrangements, touristy arrangements. I'm working on scissor fobs for all of the retreats this year. Smalls exchange. I know that the Stitch New England is having a smalls exchange. I need to figure out if sweater weather is Queen City Stitch Retreat. We're not doing a smalls exchange. We're doing like a little notions swap. So I don't have to stitch anything for that. So I've got that stuff I need to get figured out. And like, that's part of what I was working on with my Joanne stuff last night when my basket disappeared twice. So that was like, can you believe that? I mean, I can believe that, but anyway. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on anything, if you are from that part of the country, or if you know things in Salem that I just really should not miss, or if you have any like transportation recommendations. I was trying to look last night. It looked like if I flew into Boston, I could take a train to Salem. And then I don't know if I could take a train from Salem down to the retreat. And I'm not sure. I haven't really taken trains like that before, so I'm not sure how my baggage and stuff works like that. Or maybe I just drive. I don't know. So like there's a lot going on. So if anybody has any comments or recommendations or things that you really think I should try to do and not miss, or things that I should skip, I know it's October. It's going to be super busy in Salem. I will be going like during the week. I will not be there on a weekend because I'll be at the retreat on the weekend. So I will be going like during the weekdays. But yeah, I'm so excited. So yeah, I would love to hear feedback about all of the above. I hope that your summer is going well and you're getting lots of stitching done and you've enjoyed your time with me today like I enjoy my time with you all. I've been watching a lot of FlossTube over the weekend. I'm enjoying everyone's whip parades. A really good one that I just finished watching though was EJ and Sheila of Sunshine Stitchers. They just took this like epic trip with other Stitchy friends and they went up to Stitchville, Minnesota. And then those two went on down to Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth, Minnesota, and visited Justine's store. And then they did all sorts of stuff. And they did a great job of their FlossTube. They went over all of their haul. And EJ put in a bunch of she took videos, and it was really, really enjoyable. So check that one out. That's a good one that I've been watching. Also, Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, she just posted a whip parade. I watched that the other night. Yeah, I've been busy watching lots of good floss tubes. So you all go check those out when you get to. Oh, one more thing. And my friend Ymir from Almond MnMs, she has a box coming out. I'm going to put the stuff in my pictures at the end. She has a box, like an October silk box coming out. And I think she's working on something for the holidays too. So tune into her. Yeah. So, like I said, it's been great to catch up with you all. I know this was a big episode with lots of info. Feel free to rewind. I'm going to do my best as I can in my description box. I always enjoy coming on here and getting it all out with y'all. So, I'll see you next time. Bye.